What's up, guys? Welcome back to Gotians Games. Welcome back to another epicseven video. And today's video we have an update. And if you watched my previous video, I was speculating on which banner would be dropping next because there was some data mining done showing that Ken banner was next and this and that or whatever. But it looks like we have a different banner, which is for Bellona. And I actually really like this unit, so I'm hoping that I can pull Bellona because I would really like to just use her for a lot of different things. That sounded wrong, but whatever. With this update, there was actually quite a few new things that dropped in the game, and I'm just gonna go over really quick some of the key ones in my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of, this was actually a pretty big update, to be honest with you. So first things first, yes, we have Bellona, who is a new 5-star unit. You can summon for her as well as her artifact, which is Iron Fan. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Not that. Here. Iron Fan. A damage dealt increases by 16% when attacking an ice elemental target. Now, that's very specific. I don't know if I'd like that kind of artifact, to be honest with you. Bellona herself, though, I do like her. Like I said, Windbreak Fan attacks the enemy with a fan, dealing damage proportional to the enemy's max health. If the caster's stacked focus is more than 5, loses all focus and activates Razor Wind Fan. Her second ability attacks all enemies by waving a fan. Damage dealt increases with more enemies. And her last one, Razor Wind Fan, attacks all enemies by creating a powerful gust of wind with a 65% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. Effect chance increases by 20% when Razor Wind Fan is triggered by Windbreak Fan. So I think that's actually, like, I really like the way that her kit is built. I'm feeling like an effectiveness set on her would work really well, to be honest with you. Because her damage is proportional to the enemies, so depending on how many enemies there are and depending on how much health they have, I think it's a really good way to build her. So like, there might be other builds. I don't know. There's a lot of things to mess around with. People might go attack crit, people might go speed crit. I'm thinking effectiveness is actually a really good stat on her mixed with speed. So I don't know, if I manage to pull her, I'll mess around with it. Along with her, sorry, my throat is a little sore. I had an allergic reaction to I accidentally ate some crab. I'm allergic to crab and shellfish, and I had an allergic reaction to crab because I went to get some sushi and it was supposed to be imitation crab, and they had like 2 pieces where it's imitation crab and the rest was real crab. So yeah, I had an allergic reaction to that. I had to take some medication for it. I didn't mean to click on that again. Okay, so anyways, along with her, we have her event, because we're always going to have an event that drops with it, with the new units. And I really I'm glad that they do stuff like this, because it helps for like free-to-play players and stuff like that. So we have 2 keys to freedom, a lot of stuff to farm in this. You have your reputation rewards. You can see here I've already been farming this like crazy today, and then you can go ahead and exchange it. Now this is like a finite set of stuff to get, so this is like honestly a really quick farm, so which I'm actually not too, I'm actually happy about that. So that way, like, I can go ahead and farm everything out, be done with it, and then I can move on back to farming for Cerelia. I think that's her name. Yeah, Cerelia. So I can keep on farming for her because I'm not done farming for her. Now let me get into one of the better things, or probably in my opinion the best thing that came with this update, which is actually in the shop. So now we have something called Powder of Knowledge. Powder of Knowledge is a currency that you can get from selling artifacts. Now, you sell artifacts 3 stars and up. There are certain artifacts that do not sell and get transmuted into Powder of Knowledge. So keep that in mind. The higher rarity of artifact you sell, I don't know why I keep going back to that. The higher rarity of artifact you sell, the better reward you're going to get. Or I should say better or more powder that you're going to get. So let's go ahead and, so for example, if you sell Card of Small Miracles, because that was a free artifact, you do not get that currency. So you would have to sell, like, for example, Butterfly Mandolin. If I'm going to go ahead and sell this, I would get 1 Powder of Knowledge. So the higher rarity of the item that you get, the more Powder of Knowledge that you get as well. So just keep that in mind when you're selling your stuff. Most likely people are going to be selling the 3-star artifacts just because why not? Also, if the artifact is leveled up, you do get more powder of knowledge as well. So given another example, let's see. That's level 1. Let me find one that I've leveled up a bit here, right here. So if I was going to sell it, I can't. That's equipped and locked. Can I find one that I'm not using? Okay, this one. It's locked. Unlocked. Please, thank you. Alright, so selling this. Let me find. Okay, so this one here. If I'm selling this, I get 8 powder of knowledge, right? So then if I go to this one here, same skill, but it's leveled up at least 2 levels, 24 powder of knowledge. So keep that in mind when you're doing your selling for those the powder of knowledge. Now there's some good artifacts to buy in here, which is what I'm actually excited about, because now they're giving us like free 5-star artifacts. So bottle of knowledge, this right here. Bottle of knowledge, tightly sealed bottle created to preserve the powder of knowledge, used as an alchemy ingredient to draw the potential power of other mysterious items. Basically, use this to limit break your 5-star artifacts, which is awesome. Oh my god, I'm so glad that that's here. But available one time per account means you only get this once. Now, I'm hoping that maybe they decide to change that to maybe one time every month. I would be okay with. Honestly, this is just me being greedy. I would want it once a week, but I feel like that would be too much, even though like it is a relatively high cost. So once a month I think would be fair, not one time per account. Hopefully they do change that. Durandal, which if the caster's health is less than 75%, combat readiness increases by 8% when attacked. Very good skill. Warrior exclusive. Holy Sacrifice. I actually use this on Armin. Basically, when you die, you have a chance to be revived. Bloodstone, very good ranger artifact. Heals the ally with the lowest health by 13% of damage dealt. Shimada Staff. I don't know if I have this one. I think I might. Increases the effect of all healing received by an ally by 20%. Hellcutter. I don't use this one. Caster's attack and critical hit chance increased by 2% whenever somebody's turn ends. I don't really use that one. Don't like it. Sierra Ren. 25% chance to inflict random debuff. Don't use that one. Elia's Knife. I do use this one. Penetrates defense by 10% when attacking an enemy not at max health. I actually like this skill a lot. And Adamant Shield decreases critical hit damage received by all allies by 8% when this effect is granted more than once. Only the strongest effect applies. So very good skill, or very good artifacts to be had in that system. So before I end it, like I said, there's a lot to this update. If you guys want to go ahead and check it out, I'll put links to the update in the description. But before we head out, I'm going to do a couple summons for Bellona here. I'm actually going to do 5 summons for her just to see what we can get. It'd be nice to maybe pull her, but hey, you know, and we're going to pull an Aether instead. But let's just keep going. That's number 1. Is number 2 artifact. That's I get to sell that now. This is number 3. More artifact to sell. Okay, cool. This is number 4. Alright, so they're just going to keep giving me artifacts. And this here is number 5. So with that, I'm going to just go ahead and plug it in. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I will catch you all in the next video, because we're going to be doing some summons on the Bellona banner. So until then, you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out, guys.